an inmate at the Douglas County Jail. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call, hang up or press 1. To prevent calls from... This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. For more information about our privacy policy, please visit www.connectnetwork.com.
I'm going to bring up what you...
After the beep, press 5 to accept this call. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. Stay on the line to accept this call. Thank you for using GTL.
Recording my call. Are you ready?
Good morning, Sunshine. Yes, sir.
Hey, I thought I was going to get Rudy.
How are you?
I'm here. I'm fine. How are y'all doing?
I'm okay. You've become quite the celebrity in the lawyers' circles. You know, the ones that don't like sovereign citizens?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Are they painting me a really bad guy, I guess?
Yep. But I noticed that they are perhaps learning a lot from you, and I pray that they have an open mind to see that you want freedom for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, that's all this is about, is the right of a free human being to be left the hell alone. We're not created in his image to be subject and slave to some other dude. God never gave dominion of man to man, and I've harmed nobody. You know, they created the bureaucracy of their own, and they've been fooled through the Bar Association, and, you know, their oath and their loyalty is to the bar and is to the state, and we the people, that's why the 13th Amendment, the original 13th Amendment, prohibited anybody with a title of nobility from being in the government, period, because their loyalty was to somebody else and not to the people. So we're supposed to be independent, self-sufficient, self-governing Americans, not subject citizens. There was no such thing as a U.S. citizen. Look at your Constitution, the right of the people, the right of the people. First Amendment through the 13th, original, the right of the people. Then they converted it after the Civil War, and they created these amendments after the 13th on, saying U.S. citizens, U.S. citizens, U.S. citizens. There's a difference. Wake up.
Hey, Mike, I think you remember the Tyranny Crusher? I think it was the audio from your trial.
Yeah.
I think someone else has taken those audios that we put up of your Tyranny Crusher. They put it on their channel, and of course it's getting a lot more views on their channel because their channel's not suppressed by the beast system state. So it's getting like 2,000 views and more. Aaron showed me. And the people that are commenting are saying this is... you know, movie-making material. Of course, it's all anti-you. It's like a group of folks that just focus. They're probably government trolls. They focus on what they term sovereign citizens. They don't use the right language, but anyway, they're all about like bad-mouthing people that speak like you. And Ed Brown, the Montana Freeman, you know, they're all about, you know, discrediting you because I think they're very threatened by you.
Oh yeah, anybody that won't be their slave, they're afraid of. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want to have to get out there and make an honest living. They want to be able to suck off the public.
Right.
And if you're not paying taxes, paying their way, they don't like you.
Exactly. I read this one comment. It says, does that purported government have any way to keep the Canadian government from coming in and knocking some sense into its people? If not, it isn't a government. Maintaining and exercising primary authority over its people is one of the things that define a government. It can do so because other governments recognize it and allow it to function, or it can do so through sheer force. But it
spoken like a true tyrant.
It must do. It must do. It must come in and show through sheer force against people who are peaceful.
Yeah, that's spoken like a true tyrant, and that's the European model. That's not the Native American model. These are tyrants, and they need to go back home if they don't like this country and freedom. They need to pack their bags and go back over to Europe where they can live amongst other kings and queens and tyrants. And, you know, that's they need to go watch the movie Braveheart and get a grip. But the fact is that right now you've got the United States military posed to destroy a country when the fact is there's no proof that Assad did anything to his people. Realize Assad is a dentist. His profession is dentistry, and he banned Monsanto's GMOs in his country because he cares about his people. And they're doing the same thing they did against Muammar Gaddafi, claiming he's attacking his own people. No, ISIS is a creation of the CIA, and the United States is funding ISIS. Get a grip, folks. Wake up. You're being lied to.
Yeah. Doesn't this prove that Trump is not overcome the deep state if they're taking our country to war against this country?
They're doing to Trump what they did to me. Of course, they rigged the election with me. He got past the election, but they're coming after him, and everybody is coming after him as they're going to frame him as they did me and try to railroad him and or his family. And he needs to get rid of Mueller and the whole people. The FBI has nothing but a hit squad going out there for the U.S. Attorney's Office that's a bunch of lawyers. Their loyalty is to the Bar Association, the London Lawyers Guild, as it were, and the American Communist Party. They're not beholding. They don't even recognize the Constitution as the supreme law of the land, nor do they recognize the power with the people. Read your Article 1, Section 1 of Tennessee Constitution and Article 2, and therein lies the solution if you dare read it and subscribe to it. And I think those people who went down to Texas demonstrated they certainly subscribe to standing up and taking back what's rightfully theirs, their freedom.
Yeah, they think they are lawyers, but they don't pay attention to the supreme law of the country, the Constitution, that all these officials take an oath to. I don't even think they know what the meaning of the word oath is.
No, they've sold out this country, and they believe that the opinion of some witch in a black robe standing up on a pedestal is the law of the land.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Those judges that violate their oath and subvert the Constitution are tyrants, and they need to be routed out and tarred and feathered and put on a slow boat back to Europe. We don't need them.
Amen to that.
Right.
I know that scares the hell out of them, and they'll talk about this, but the fact is they are traitors to the Constitution. They are traitors to the American people. They are a fraud, and they're destroying this country one man and woman at a time. We've harmed nobody, realize. We've been framed from the very beginning for me exposing a rigged election, for asking the court and the sheriff to hold people accountable that were shooting at me and my wife and our dogs. And because I dared to report it, I've got to lose everything I've worked for my life in my very life. And here I am being assaulted by U.S. Marshals, where I'm strapped to a chair, being punched in the mouth, my teeth loose, and neck injury, back injury, throat injury, nerve damage to my wrist.
Thank you for using GTL.
I'll end this audio. They cut Mike off at the prison, but I'll say that I heard at the Olson Park March, guns are not the problem, traitors are.